Good morning and welcome to an episode of Portugal Farm Life. Spring has arrived and with it we have the grass growing season. We can see our fields are planted with a whole variety of different things. We've got like wheat and we've got oats and we've got barley and we have all sorts of things growing in here. Clovers, and this is good. This is where we want it. But it doesn't just stop growing there. It grows all over the fields. It also grows in other areas like this. This is our vineyard and the leaves are slowly starting to come out for the new season. We can see these are some old vines and they're starting to sprout. But yeah, this is the area here. I've actually been mowing here today and I've got my work cut out for me. So I've been in Lisbon for about a week, and then Porto. I was with my dad and my stepmom. It was their 35th wedding anniversary and I went down there to celebrate with them, which was really awesome. When I got back, I got man flu, the dreaded man flu. So I've been out of action for about 5 days. And look what's happened to this place. So we got tons of weeds growing up all over the place. And I'm in the process now of tackling it with the mower. I've done these 2 rows on the side. And I've got another couple of rows to do in this section. So I've got the lawnmower out. It's quite a cool mower, this. It's basically a Honda. It's got a Honda 170cc motor. The problem is it's self-propelled, but the cable snapped. The cable that propels the wheels is snapped. So I'm having to do this all manually and push it up and down the hill, which is a pain. And you're probably wondering why I don't have one of my robotic mowers just doing this whole vineyard section. And that's because right now the grass is very tall and there's no way that you can send a robotic mower through there. It needs to be, sort of 10 centimeters, 20 centimeters max for a robo mower. But look how magical everything looks. It's incredible. All of this lush green growth. Absolutely fantastic. We actually have a pile of stuff over here. Gina's been doing some pruning of the vineyards, and well, this is only like a part of it, so we need to do another burn here and get rid of it. But yeah, look at these fields here, absolutely full. Life on a farm in Portugal is about having these periods of lots of busyness, like during the olive harvest or during the pruning season. And then during the grass growing season you have lots and lots and lots of mowing, and then you have these periods of absolutely nothing where you can just chill and relax. And well, right now I'm starting that period of mad grass cutting. Right, so I'm just going to get stuck in and get this finished.
Spring has finally decided to show its face, and now is a perfect time to sort out the veggie garden because it's looking a bit of a mess.
This week's video is sponsored by TerraMow. This is the V1000.
It's a smart AI robotic lawnmower, and we're going to set it off so it can get on with doing stuff. And with just one click of a button on the app, you can set it going.
Starting task.
Ta-da!
Don't worry, doggies. The mower has cameras on it. It won't ride over you. It won't ride you over, I promise. So last week I had the man flu, and I managed to successfully transfer it across to Gina, so that I'm feeling, almost 100%, and now she's feeling a bit wonderful.
Well, I just got lady flu, so it wasn't obviously as bad as man flu.
No, I mean, she didn't even have to stay in bed. I mean, she was like walking around and, basically, I think she's lying. I think she's lying about what she got. She's just pretending.
But I might be a tad grumpy today.
Yeah.
But anyway, the lawnmower's doing most of the stuff, and I've been to the market, and you need to unload the car.
No problem. So Gina's got some compost and some horse manure, and we're going to, plant up a couple more beds. And then we have some new straw for the chickens. Good job, Spleens. It has been mega windy here for the last, 2 weeks or something. And it's blown most of the straw out of the chicken run. I like to have some straw in here so that the chickens have got something to scratch through, find bugs and things.
I've got my gloves, so let's get stuck in.
So let me just show you what this mower is up to so far. We actually let this grass grow quite long, so I'm quite surprised that it's going to get through all of this. It seems to be doing a good job so far. So Gina, what plug plants did you get?
I got some lettuce, a couple of different types of lettuce.
Okay.
Cherry tomatoes.
Oh, look at this, look at this. We're going to see now its cameras. See, it saw where I was and moved around. It's pretty good. Sorry, you were saying?
Lettuce, cherry tomatoes and some red peppers.
Oh, cool, okay. And then the way we've got this planted up, or the way you've got this planted up so far, is you've kind of already got some lettuces and things that you planted, a couple of weeks ago, a month ago or something?
I think about 3 weeks ago, but it's been raining.
Okay.
So.
And they're looking pretty good.
Yeah, they're ready to go now. And then this bed is just left over from last year, so it's got onions. Hopefully they're going to grow well, and an old basil plant in there. So maybe in another 3 weeks or so I'll pull these out and restart these. So
hopefully the camera's picking this up, but we can see a marked difference here in what the mower is going through. So look at this. This is the really thick, tall stuff on the side, and then obviously the very cut, smooth stuff. It's pretty cool. I've tested out a lot of different robotic mowers, and this one is quite different. The other ones that I tested out had things called RTK antennas. They use GPS. They're quite complicated. They also have separate antennas, so you need the base station, you've got to set that up, then you've got to set up another antenna, you've got 2 different power supplies. It's all kind of complicated. This, on the other hand, is very simple. It just uses its vision system on the front and AI to figure out where it is, to basically work out the map of where it has to cut. And it's just one plug socket, one adapter. You can power the thing up, it charges, and it goes about its mowing tasks. Now this is its little charging pad, its little home base, and this is basically where it plugs itself in and charges. I like the fact that, as standard, it comes with this rain and sun visor. So the winds have started up. Apparently this afternoon we're going to get rain. We've had this beautiful weather for like the last, it's been about 10 days. Loads of wind, but
it's been really windy.
Yeah. But like beautiful blue skies.
Yeah, but you want to be inside because the wind's freezing.
But not for the last couple of days. For the last couple of days I've been sitting outside. I've been sunbathing. It's been absolutely amazing. So whenever I film a farm life vlog, I never really capture these moments where we have beautiful weather, freshly squeezed beer, and just chilling outside, getting toes in the sunshine, and just enjoying the space on the farm. So what are these, Gina? These are the
lettuces.
The little lettuces, okay.
It's kind of similar to that, where there's like a different variety of lettuces, but these ones are different again.
Okay.
Just so we don't get bored with rabbit food.
And then do you know what types of tomatoes these are?
So there's 3 cherry tomatoes.
Okay.
4 cherry tomatoes.
Okay.
And then 3 red peppers.
Ah, okay. Our red peppers are never very successful. And carrots as well.
No, the peppers, they weren't last. I don't know why they weren't last year. I don't know. I think
they just weren't.
They just weren't sometimes. Do you know the one thing I can't do is cucumbers for some reason. English cucumbers. So
actually, it's going to rain this afternoon, and that's actually quite good timing. Obviously, when you're planting stuff and the substrate's a little bit dry, and we obviously have to wet this quite well with the hose pipe. But yeah, no, the rain's coming just in time, I think. Gina, are you getting spaced out?
No.
Or are the lettuces getting spaced out?
I'm getting spaced out with all my man flu cold.
Now I must say, in terms of ease of use, this is definitely the easiest mower that I've come across. And we've tested quite a few, as you've seen in our other videos. This one actually has an auto setup, so you just basically put it into the area where you want it to cut, and then in the app you actually just set up a new mowing area, and it automatically works out where that mowing area is by looking at borders and boundaries, and then it just basically cuts the grass. I mean, it's super easy.
So putting the tomatoes in, and they need a good water once they've been in, because they're looking a bit dry.
The soil is very dry as well. So yeah, we need to get some water on there quick.
But if it's going to rain, I think it's raining for the next 2 or 3 days, isn't it?
Yeah, probably. Just in time for my property videos.
Yeah. Actually, it's quite damp underneath.
Is it? Okay,
yeah.
Good. I was going to say, this seems quite dry, and I'm a bit worried that it's going to suck all of the moisture out of these plug plants.
They'll be fine.
They'll survive. Little survivors.
I will survive. Let's hope they don't get man flu.
So I don't know, can you guys see the difference? I can see the difference with the naked eye. So this side, it's all nice and cut. Obviously this side isn't. Now I don't know if you can see, but it's kind of going at an angle. In the app you can actually change the angle of cutting, and you can tell it to cut in any direction. You can also tell it to cut in crisscross patterns, and you can also tell it to cut a different time every single time it cuts the grass. I meant to cut in a different direction every time it cuts the grass. Something else that's pretty cool is that you can set the cutting height all the way down from 25 millimeters all the way up to 75 millimeters. So now look here, it's getting a little bit stuck there, but it's figuring it out. Do you see that? It got itself into a little bit of a hole, managed to recover, and now it's just going to go off and do its thing. And I quite like how simple the app is. It's got all of the different features, but it is a nice simple app. It's easy to see what's going on. Gina, I think we need to get ourselves a new hose nozzle. That's looking pretty...
Yeah, can you just hold it while I turn it down at the tap?
It's looking pretty crazy, that. Let's try not kill these little plug plants. There we go. Nice.
Thanks.
Pleasure.
I'm going to have to stake the tomato plants up because they're looking a bit wispy.
So all I heard was steak, and I think it's a very good idea. I do like steak, yes.
I think I might be afternoon snoozing with my cold.
Shame spleens.
Oh, it's all your fault.
It is.
You brought back some dreaded man flu from Porto.
I did, yeah. I brought it back from the big city. I wanted to give you guys an update on our Portuguese citizenship because we've been here since 2019. We moved here when, just before Brexit happened. So we came here with British passports and we got residency because of that. Then Brexit happened. It's been, since 2019. When did we move here? September?
Yeah.
2019. So we've almost been here for 7 years, really. And after 5 years, we were able to apply for citizenship. Now, we didn't actually do that until, when was it? Like...
Last year, early last year.
Yeah. And we basically did that through an immigration lawyer. And we're going to put his contact details in the video description below. So if you are interested in getting your Portuguese citizenship, or if you're interested in getting golden visas or anything like that, this is a guy that can help you. And we're going to put all of his contact details on the bottom there. So do check it out. We'll also put it into the top pinned comment. And essentially, we have now applied. All of our paperwork is in. It came in the nick of time because they've just passed a new naturalization law. It's been voted for in Parliament. It has passed. And it basically means that you can no longer apply for citizenship after 5 years. Now you have to wait 10 years. So we got in just before, thankfully. And, we have to wait still. So even though we've got our applications in, we have to wait at least 2 years before our applications even get reviewed.
Yeah.
So by then we'll be on 9 years. And then apparently after they review it, all they're doing is they're reviewing it to check whether all our paperwork is right. And if it is all right, then it takes a further year before they even approve it. So we're going to be here for at least another 3 years in this position where we're waiting for Portuguese citizenship. And in that time, Gina and I aren't allowed to, go and live in other countries or anything like that. We have to stay here, which, it's not the worst place in the world to stay,
No.
But I'm just saying it does limit our options, and it does limit the amount of time that we can go away and spend time with, with family, like you go back to England.
I think it's more important for you for going to South Africa because it's such a long way to go.
Yeah.
You can only go for a short period of time.
Yeah. But actually, having said that, I'm going to be going to South Africa for about a month in the next couple of months.
Well, you can do 90 days, can't you?
Yeah. So I'm going to be going for at least a month. But yeah, we just wanted to say a big thank you and shout out to Tiago, who helped us with our citizenship.
Well, getting all the paperwork in on time because it was quite a short deadline turnaround.
Lots and lots of paperwork, and it was really complicated stuff. We had to get what were they called? Those silly pieces of paper that have to be signed by a notary in order to.
Oh, well, we had to get a police...
it's called an attestado. So we had to get birth certificates, police clearance certificates to show that we're not criminals. And then we had to get something called an attestado, which is like
all of those, yeah.
Which is like a notary thing to say that it's real.
Yeah.
And I was just crazy. And anyway, we managed to get all of that done.
I'm sure you could do it on your own, but I think when a solicitor helps you, it's an easier process because they can put it straight into the system.
Exactly, and that is the important part, is that like an immigration lawyer has a computer system where they can put your documents in digitally. If you do it on your own, apparently everything's done via paperwork, and all of your paperwork sits on top of a desk and other people's paperwork goes on top, and it just takes longer. So it is worth speaking to an immigration lawyer. And again, big thanks to Tiago.
Yep, thank you.
And hopefully in about 3 years' time
we'll update you.
We'll update you about our Portuguese citizenship.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
So Gina, I have a confession to make. Yesterday when you were away and and you told me to water these lettuce. I failed to do so. I completely forgot.
Can you put a reminder on your phone then, please?
I will. We have a bit of a mess in this part. This over here is our greenhouse, and we did actually have stuff planted here before, but as you can see, it's completely overgrown. We also had a cover on this. It wasn't the cover that shipped with it. We actually made our own cover, and it lasted... How many years did it last, Gina?
Like 3, I think.
I think it lasted about 3.
And through that massive 10-year storm or 100-year storm or whatever we had.
Exactly, yeah. So we had a huge storm. Portugal was hit by massive storms that like snapped trees in half and stuff. And this cover actually survived that. And now we've taken the cover off because we want to replace it. But it wasn't the cover that normally ships with one of these greenhouses, because that would have just completely torn to shreds. It was a cover that we made out of this green shade cloth netting. I don't know, you can see the remnants here. And what we essentially did was we got string and we tied string along here to give it some structure. And then we bought this green shade cloth netting that had a width of 3 meters. So it went from the ground all the way up around to about that bar there. And it gave it like a half shade. And that half shade is actually quite cool because basically the sun, that's south. That's the south side, and then this is the north side. Is that right? No, man, I'm being silly. That's not the south side. That's the east side. That's the sunrise side, and then on this side is the west side. So basically, it will get morning sun on whatever you've planted in here, and then in the afternoon shade. Well, it'll get shade in the afternoon. So yeah, hopefully people know what I'm talking about. I managed to just completely make that sound super complicated.
Well, we only took it down, the green shading, really, because when we had the geese, they chewed through loads of made loads of holes in it.
Check this out. The mower is trying to figure out what the hose pipe's doing there. It's trying to figure out what on earth is going on. It's doing a really good job, though, I must say. I mean, I've tested out lots of these different mowers, and this one is doing an exceptional job, considering it's only using its little cameras on the front there. Something else I really like about this mower is the fact that it has a handle on it. None of the other ones have a handle on the back, and they're really awkward to carry, and this one is actually really easy to pick up with the handle. It's not particularly heavy. I also like the fact that it's really well built. If you feel the actual plastics and everything it's made out of, they feel very robust, and it's quite a solid feeling lawnmower. Now, I've got some mowers that definitely have a much lighter build quality, and to be honest, I don't really think that affects their sort of day-to-day running. It definitely keeps the cost down if other people are using cheaper materials, but I think something like this is made out of better materials. It's obviously going to last longer, especially when you're in like an environment like here in Central Portugal, where it's going to be super hot and there's going to be inclement weather. So although I'm a carnivore and I love my steaks and red meats and things, in the summertime we do eat lots and lots of salads and lettuces and vegetables and asparagus and all sorts of stuff. So this is why it's nice to always have your own little stash of stuff growing here, and then you don't have to rely on the shops and the stuff that they soak in bleach and chlorine and stuff.
Well, and lettuce and things like that getting expensive in the shops.
It is, yeah. So how are you feeling, Spleens?
I feel rubbish.
Feel rubbish? That's not good.
No.
Why don't we get you a cup of tea and you go and mellow out for a bit?
Sounds good.
Right, doggies, we're going to get some tea. The whole British Empire was built on tea. I'm not British either, don't worry, Eddie. I don't understand the whole tea thing. So, what's with this tea thing, Gina? It's like your ancestors got sick and tired of the taste of water and we're like, I know, let's take a couple of dry herbs and throw them in the water and see what happens.
Well, it obviously works because you've started drinking tea.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'd rather have a beer, let's put it that way, you know. We've got, as you can hear, we've got lots of wind, and we're just about to have a lot of rain. April is the month of rain here in Central Portugal, and it's just going to be relentless.
Oh, although this month just gone, it's been the month of 1 million winds,
Jeez,
I think.
Yeah, it's been crazy, and we had this one in a century storm that blew trees over and caused all sorts of damage and havoc, and I've got a whole stack of videos that I need to shoot. I've got some private video tours for private clients, which aren't really that weather dependent, and then I have public videos for the YouTube channel, public property videos. Those are very weather dependent because obviously I can't film those when it's absolutely peeing it down with rain, so I'm going to have to try and navigate all of this bad weather. And then after that, I'm going off to South Africa. So I'm very excited. I'm going to be going for maybe even a month. I'm not sure exactly. I've got to get my South African passport, my South African ID book, and also I have a South African driver's license, and I have to reapply to get a non-expired version of that. And so I think it's going to take me about a month.
Yeah.
Not sure. And then after that, or no, wait, before that, you're off to England.
Yeah, May. Only for, well, I think it's 5 days.
No.
Only a little while, just to go visiting.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
that will be nice. I haven't been to England in spring or summer for a long time, well, since we've moved here. I always tend to go in winter, which is really bizarre, considering I hate winter in England.
Yeah. No, well, you're always trying to escape the winter here, I think. And get like
A bit of both, yeah.
So I'm also feeling quite low, you know, after that bit of man flu. I mean, I'm not feeling man flu-ish still, but an afternoon siesta is starting to call out to me. Starting to call out.
Maybe that's plan B. A, B, C and D.
Yeah. Well, it's becoming plan A, I think.
Yeah.
Like even Eddie's saying, please, it's time for a snooze. Please.
Well, if it's going to start raining, might as well make the most of a English bank holiday Monday, even though we're in Portugal.
Exactly.
Because I've got the day off work.
Now, I think we put this up to Eddie. If Eddie touches the camera with his nose, it means that we must go for an afternoon siesta. It means, come on, Eddie. Stop.
He's been told so often not to touch it.
There you go. The mower is finished. It's gone back to the charging station. It shows us in green here. Hopefully you can see on the screen. It's taken 70 minutes. It's cut the grass down to a height of 30 millimeters, and it's cut 91.2 square meters. And here, this is as close as I can get down to the grass. Look at that. I mean, it's done an exceptionally good job of cutting that grass. I mean, this was really overgrown. I let it grow for like 2 weeks. So yeah, this is pretty great, man. The TerraMow V1000. If you want more information about this amazing little mower and where you can buy one of these from, then have a look in the video description below. I'm going to put all of the details for this TerraMow, and you can get yourselves one of these. So we have another video that we're going to be bringing out. We're going to be putting a sunshade over this area here. It's going to be like some shade netting. We're also going to be hopefully fixing up our pump house, which is another little thing that I want to do. We've got a little pump house at the end of the farm there. So I think we've got some cool content that we're going to be bringing out for you guys.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll feel more energetic and
less man flu-ish.
Well, I've got lady flu.
It's got lady flu.
You've got man flu.
Exactly. Look how pretty this is. It's just about to start blossoming.
It smells beautiful already.
Thank you.
That's right. On that note.
Yeah, we'll see you guys soon. Cheers.
Ciao.
Bye.